These are 21 times MLB fans went too far, starting with this very mysterious fan.
We've got a fan running onto the field. Tripping.
He's lucky that wasn't Mike Curtis clotheslining him.
And that's the only reason we're showing this idiot.
I wonder if this guy has a favorite color. But up next, it's a kiss cam moment you would never expect.
Brandon Crawford.
Well, that's one way to keep people entertained. Although you thought that was unusual, guess again.
2 words for you. Pork chop stick. As in pork chop on a stick from the State Fair Classics concession stand here. You can also get walleye on a stick. That's very popular. I hear it's the state fish. But I can't believe this right now. I've lost control of this.
Safe to say someone was hungry. But taking a bite of pork chop has nothing on this little girl. Because it's hard to say no to a young fan. But it's even harder to say no TikTok. Especially when you got moves like Joey Votto.
Phoenix holding a sign. Joey Votto, will you make a TikTok with me? Well, being the social media icon that he is nowadays, look at him. They went through the routine. What are we going to do? All right, this is the gritty dance. And he obliged.
Between hitting home runs and TikTok appearances, what can this dude do? However, it's not always sunshine and rainbows, because if you mess with the wrong player, you are in for a rude awakening. Just ask Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson toward the corner. He's got to play on this one. Makes the catch. Who does this J.B. Shuck think he is?
Confrontation with the fan and Granderson down in that corner.
One tap on the back and this dude nearly went rage mode. But would you rather go Tyler Toney mode or get a selfie with your favorite player? I think the answer is pretty obvious.
We skip school for a selfie with Mike Trout. Who wouldn't do that exact same thing? And it pays off. Mike Trout is the absolute best when it comes to taking care of the fans on the road. We see that time and time again.
Dang, maybe kids should start skipping school more often. Although there's one thing they don't teach you in school. And spoiler, that thing is called Riz. You either have it or you don't. And let's just say, this young fan has W-Riz.
See that kid there in the pink glasses?
Just this next moment can also teach you something.
Number 7. Oh, easy. Not even a second thought.
Lesson learned. There's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. That said, not all fans will get wet to retrieve baseballs. In fact, some fans don't even want them at all.
There he is. He got hit by the ball. I don't think I've seen that before where it hits the guy who hits the home run. Pretty good aim.
Not gonna lie, that's like a real life Mission Impossible. And if that fan is Tom Cruise, then this next fan is Johnny Knoxville. And no, it has nothing to do with bee-covered genitals or bull attacks.
You're having a fan. She caught that last foul ball with her beard.
Yeah, no bad hops there. 0-2 misses. And she's letting it go. She downed it. It seems to be the norm now in Major League Baseball, right? You get one in the beer, you gotta chug it.
Normally, I'd say this is a bad idea, but then again, you only live once. On the other hand, that same mentality once got another fan killed. After all, people are always willing to do so much for a foul ball that they lose sight of the potential consequences. And in 2011, one Rangers fan wanted a foul ball so badly, he was willing to put his body on the line. What happened next is truly tragic.
It was the second inning. It looked like just another foul ball. But seconds later, the fans' reactions in the outfield told a different story. On the replay, we see what horrified the crowd. A man, attending the game with his young son next to him, falls some 20 feet to the ground.
In a matter of seconds, one fan's dream became his biggest nightmare. Fingers crossed this never happens again. But on a more positive note, we've reached our final 10 moments. From an adult stealing autographed baseballs to a fan interference that cost his team the World Series, try not to blink. And at number 10, one mother makes the catch of the year.
It's quite the catch.
Now this ball cascading down from the upper deck, and the right-handed grab, baby in tow. Nice grab. Be careful of the little one, though.
Sheesh, this woman deserves a golden glove. But not all fans are extraordinary. Some are, well, ordinary.
Freeze. They give the contestant a head start, and then watch this guy in the freeze suit.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Watch this, folks.
I mean, the guy had what, a 200-foot head start?
At least.
Look at this guy go.
This guy is beautiful.
He thought he was going to win.
Exactly.
Hold up, nobody told me this fan was related to Daniel Jones. Speaking of which, what if we took football and baseball and then decided to merge the two sports together? Well, in that case, I wanted to wager we get something like this. Their bromance is so undeniable. Not even Giselle could come between them. This brings us from a funny moment to one of the more wholesome moments.
Baseball is the greatest sport in the game. Melendez throws it to this fan, so pumped, but he's like, you know what? No, I got to give the baseball to a kid. But then later in the game, Gooby, when Walsh hits the home run, the kid's dad's going to come up with the baseball. He's like, here you go. Now you got your ball back. You got two. He's like, you know what? No.
This is incredible.
Gives it back.
That is so amazing.
And if that doesn't warm your heart, then you must be a Grinch. Either that or you're a Yankees fan. Because in 2022, they not only pissed off the Cleveland Guardians, they also got into a war with Mother Nature.
Wisely, he didn't throw anything back at him, but they continued to throw stuff at him. And he's like, yeah, big guy, you want to talk tough from up there and throw stuff. I mean, unbelievable. Well, the good news is there's enough video to find out who the clowns were that were throwing stuff. Hopefully, they're never allowed back here to watch a game again. Hit an umpire with something? I mean, come on, people.
If there's a line, then these fans just crossed it. Because if you think that was crossing the line, then you must not know who Joey Gatto is. After all, he once stole autographed baseballs from young kids. And worse yet, he prevented them from subscribing to the channel.
I'm sorry, did you want to get her a ball? Yeah, come here. I mean, I know him. Yeah.
Get a little girl.
Okay. Cool, one for my little girl. It's great. Great.
Run, get out of there.
See, look, it's signed to him and everything. Thank you.
Look at this guy.
That's 9. I got another one. I gave it to the guy.
No.
Right now!
What happened?
You cannot do that! Give me the ball! That's wrong!
This one?
Stop! That is wrong!
Thank goodness this was a TV show and not real life. Otherwise, punches would have been thrown. Unfortunately, I can't say the next moment is staged. Well, that's one way to help your team out. But our final 3 moments, now that just takes effect of the game to a whole new level. And at number 3, one fan didn't just steal a ball from the Rockies, he had to let them know too. And trust me, he did not go easy on them.
That ball is hit really well to left field. And Dahl makes the catch. Or no? Oh, it's gone. That kid, did he reach over the wall?
Yeah, I hope he gets kicked out for gloating. Not supposed to show gloat.
First the catch, then the taunting. This kid is hella toxic. However, our number 2 moment is anything but toxic. But first, let's backtrack. It was September 20th, 2021, which for most people was just another day. But not for TJ Fried. It was his first ever time in the starting lineup. So what happened during his first at-bat? Well, let's put it this way. It's something all kids dream about.
Good for you.
Welcome to the game, Gosselin.
Yeah.
See ya.
Here's the fans that caught it right here. Now, I'm assuming that this is just high recognition because they threw it into Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is like, I got the ball. The fans knew that that was his first Major League hit. How cool is that? Rather than keep it as a souvenir or bargain for stuff, they threw it back. And Mookie Betts, a man of his word, just brought a bat out to the fan that threw TJ Friedl's first home run ball back. That is being a good human.
Not gonna lie, this might be the greatest trade in MLB history. But up next is something crazier than any trade could ever be. It's the infamous Steve Bartman incident. It was October 14th, 2003, a date Cubs fans would never forget. After all, it was Game 6 of the National League Championship Series, and the Cubs were one win away from making the World Series. And at this point, it seemed like nothing could go wrong. Turns out, this single mistake was the turning point of an entire postseason. Steve Bartman not only helped the Marlins win the game, but helped them win the series, and ultimately, the World Series. It wasn't intentional, but one man's mistake cost his team the World Series. But as one chapter comes to a close, a new chapter is about to begin. So what are you waiting for? Click the video. Come on, what are you still doing here?